Good afternoon, everybody. I, of course, am talking to VOD watchers, which I don't know that there are any, but perhaps we will one day get there. How are we doing, everybody? I need to get everything up and ready to go. Which... There we go. Oh, wow, Grant, you tuned in quick. I've been on my computer all day, so I caught you. Oh, well, that's good. Been a busy day then? Busy doing nothing. I've been, playing Final Fantasy all day. How's that going? Um, well, I put an unbelievable amount of hours in yesterday because I went to bed, couldn't sleep, woke up, played it when it came out, and then played it for about 15 hours nonstop yesterday, and then stopped when Morgan came home. We went to go eat ramen. Played it till about 8:30, and then went to bed at 9. So I had been up about 22 hours. And I was actually feeling fine. And then I went to bed, and today I'm like, oh my god. So, yeah, it's been good. It did catch up with me. If I had kept not sleeping, I probably would have been fine. Okie dokie. Field. Is this the Final Fantasy game a remake? Yes, it is a remake of. It's the second part of a remake of 7. They broke it into 3 parts. Why? Because the original was 70 to 80 hours, and it was 3 discs, and that was on PlayStation. Yeah, this game takes about 90 to 100 hours is to do everything, is what reviews have been saying. The first part's 60 to 70, and this is part 2. Part 3 probably won't come out till 28, is what they're guesstimating. $100%. You can mainline the story in about 30 hours. Still going to be out before the next Elder Scrolls. Dude, the next Elder Scrolls probably isn't going to be that good based on how they've been handling it so far. Hey, Alex. What's going on at work? I don't know if you saw or not, but Luis is going to be here next week. We're catching dinner. I like carrots, though. You like celery? What's the boo? What are you booing? You booing celery? Or are you booing Luis? Because I believe both. Work is just work. Yeah. I hear you, my dude. It's 5. It's after 5. Shouldn't you be done with work? Oh. I thought it was like a boo, do better boo. Not a, like, succubus. Oh. Status. This shit sucks. End report. Here you go, Dad. Well, I know at least 3 people who are hanging out in this channel that like succubuses, so wouldn't have been surprised, is all I'm saying. My dad wouldn't read our report. It's going to my manager. I genuinely am surprised you're not like the vice president. Well, I assume it's one of the companies that has like a billion vice presidents, but your dad seems like the kind of guy that would enjoy a little nepotism. Do, 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 do. Have you cooked anything recently, Alex? I assume you've just been busy with multiverses and the label and work, but you haven't really had a chance. Hey, Ozzy, welcome back. How's it hanging out there in New Jersey? Just some pasta every now and then? Oh, that's good. Ozzy wants to learn how to cook. I told him he came to the right channel. Gross today, but it should be getting better. Oh, is it? It's pretty nice. It was 80 on Monday. It was down to 12 degrees on Tuesday. Wednesday it was in the 30s, and today it's back into the 50s. Weather here's been weird, man. Bro, what is weather? Seriously. This Midwest weather never used to be. It used to change a lot. Like, we got cold winters and we got hot summers. But we have never had, like, that drastic of a change before. It's nuts. Alright, so those veggies are done. I would be nothing without him. Hey, to be fair, your mom also makes some fantastic meals. So don't sell her short. El Nino be wild this year. Okay, my asparagus is good. Let me preheat. Can I get that on this pan? To hell with it. Let's do it. This is just a stock. Alright, I'm gonna get this asparagus pretty much done right now. A little olive oil. A bit of garlic salt. Pepper. Oh, Schism. You'll like this. We had ramen yesterday from a ramen restaurant that opened up here in the last, I don't know, year and a half. Apparently, they're bringing in real Japanese ramen chefs to do like pop-up meals for like 3 to 5 days, like throughout the year. And we bought tickets to it. And they had this guy from Yamamoto. Yes, that is cheese. Parmesan cheese. And he made the ramen. It was the second day they had done it, and man, it was so good. It was like the creamiest ramen I've ever had. Yes, Cran, it's Parmesan cheese, black pepper, garlic salt, and olive oil. Yes, I am. This pan is specific for that device. Sorry, I'm putting my sous vide away. I sous vide the chicken for this. Fryer. Yeah, there's a ramen restaurant that opened up here about a year and a half ago that we have been to one time when it opened. It's only open for really weird hours. Um, well, anyway, they do events where you have to buy a ticket like online in order to like get a reservation to do these events. And what they're doing is bringing in uh actual Japanese ramen restaurant owners, flying them from Japan to Kansas City to do the restaurant for like 5 days. So they serve a special ramen. So it's like actually Japanese ramen, and it was really good. It was the creamiest stuff. I had a shrimp miso ramen, and the guy like was going around. I gotta say, I've never had ramen. Uh, Ramen is really good. You should go to a ramen restaurant and try it. It's not like the end all be all of meals, but it's got a place and it is quite filling and tasty. But yeah, the guy was in the restaurant, like walking around talking to people. He took a picture with us, which was really funny. I'd love to try it one day. Yeah, it was really cool. I didn't expect him to be so friendly. Smash the girl. But yeah, I had a shrimp miso one that was like super creamy and really delicious. It had roast beef instead of pork chassis, which I didn't actually think helped the dish at all. But other than that, it was dynamite. I feel very confident that they'll. Well, I don't know that Miku will come to that restaurant, but I definitely think Miku will make it to America fairly soon. Hopefully, not just Coachella. Yeah, Ozzy, you gotta go try some real ramen. You're in New Jersey. There should be some ramen restaurants near you. If not, make a day trip to New York City. There's a ton of them there. All right. I'll have to invest in checking one out. Yeah. Hey, it's always nice to try new places. It's how you expand your horizons. All right, I got the air fryer or the Breville starting. Let's get this chicken shredded real quick. And then we'll start the cooking process. So, I could have boiled this chicken to basically get shredded chicken. Or I could have bought it in a can, since I know some people really like it that way. But instead, I basically made my own. Sous vide it at 150 degrees for 2 hours, which is just water that's been heated up and circulated. Some pretty looking chicken breasts. All right. Nice and shredded. Also made a nice mess. I wasn't expecting it to fling as much. It normally isn't as bad. But yeah. There's a couple of little bigger pieces in here. I'm going to go ahead and just... Okay. There you go. Nice shredded chicken. Easy peasy. We're ready to start the dish. Alright. Medium heat. Wiggle of olive oil. Okie dokie. This meal should be pretty quick. Okie dokie. Veggies. Chicken. Garlic. The pasta. How am I going to... Seasonings. Okie dokie. Pretty simple. We just want to soften these bad boys. A little salt. Okay, so container is pretty much exactly 4 cups. That's good to know. Seeing as how I need 8 of them. Hot take, celery is worthless. That is incorrect. Tell that to somebody from New Orleans or from France, and you get smacked in the mouth. That was the asparagus. Okie dokie. Hey, bud, you have a good walk? I'm also cleaning in the background while doing this, so. Why New Orleans and France? Because they have basically everything in New Orleans type cooking uses what's called the Holy Trinity, which is onion, celery, and bell peppers. And then France, they use basically this exactly, which is celery, carrots, and onions for a base of pretty much everything. You might know of it as a mirepoix. Celery imparts a lot of flavor, even though you don't think it does. $3.50. We're just letting off topic, but what should I draw? Got to fill my sketchbook. Is this a personal sketchbook or is this a work, or not work, but like a school sketchbook? Because I can 100% tell you I know exactly what you should draw if it's a personal one. If it's a school one, then may not have as good of an idea. Goth mommy waifu. I think I'll pass on that one. Personal sketchbook number 6. Then I would say, would I ask every artist to draw me? A bunny girl. I collect bunny girl art. I know it's weird, but me and my wife really like it. We're also very big into anime and gaming and all kinds of stuff, so it's not a surprise. So I would suggest that. Or Batman. Those would be my 2 go-tos. Goth Daddy. Classic. Alright. These onions are starting to look pretty translucent. I'm going to go ahead and add the garlic. Alright, we just want this garlic to get fragrant. So when you can smell it, it's time to move on. Garlic has a lot of sugar in it. And if you add heat to sugar, it burns. That's why you have creme brulee and things along those lines. So with garlic, you always put it in at the end, because otherwise you'll burn it. And it burns within a minute to a minute and a half. So, I'm on a spread with dark bluish gray. This is tough. Why don't you do like the backwards art, where instead you're drawing the lines in white instead of like using black, so you're like outlining the person. Does that make sense? I am not an art person. I just enjoy it. Okay. Heat to high. Draw like Edmund Fitzgerald. Can't be right. Negative space first, and you know what? I'll totally draw that. Perfect. Glad to have helped. Alright, I'm looking for... All right, there's 4 cups. Here is 8 cups. I draw ships, but non-stop, though. I happen to know everything on old 20th century ships. Please take that bag. Why would this bag make you nervous? Only this area is hot. If you like drawing ships, then you should look up Azur Lane. It's a gacha game. So like a mobile game, where they turn old historical famous ships into beautiful women. Then you can do both. I don't play the game. I just have a couple of figures. Women. The only person I draw is Jack Dawson from Titanic. That's a reference. We're just trying to bring this up to a boil. Do you post any of your art online? I did see some of his ships on his Instagram. He followed me on Instagram, so I looked at his profile. He had ships on there. Oh, I forgot to add my bouillon. Beef chicken. I forgot, like, the most important thing. Yeah, and I'm a she. This whole time you thought I was a dude. I am sorry for inappropriate appropriately guessing your gender. Ozzy sounded like a male name. I also say dude, which to me is kind of gender neutral, but good to know. I'm glad to have you regardless. Why do you like ships so much? Also, Ozzy, since you want to know how to cook, anytime you have to use chicken stock, make sure you always use better than bouillon paste with the chicken stock, because chicken stock by itself is crap. No flavor. Better than bouillon adds a ton of flavor. I don't even know. It's just always been an interest. Oh, okay. My dad races sailboats, so I understand to a degree. I've always had interest in like Lego versions of vehicles. So boats, trains, ships, um, cars. My dad is a captain. I grew up on the water, if that counts. Yeah, that counts. I crewed on my dad's sailboat for probably 8 or 9 years of uh, sailing. It's not the same, but I definitely can get where you're coming from. Planes, trains, and automobiles. Yeah, I mean, you know all about it. You've seen all of the Legos I have. It's a ludicrous amount. My butter. What's your dad a captain of? Does he do freighters? Does he do like fishing vessels? Uh, is he in the Navy? Tugboats. Oh, that's cool. Do you get to go out on them very often? Also, Grants, just so you can see, I do have rolls in here now. Here, let me turn on the light. There. Pretty fancy, right? I'm a fan. I've only been out on his once, but then again, we have our own tugboats. Oh! Your buns are looking tight. I didn't make the buns. Those are frozen buns. I just wanted to show you that I am using this for more than just a couple of things. I assume you can swim well then. I spent all that time on my dad's sailboat out on lakes in Missouri, and I can tell you I am an absolute horrific swimmer. I'm a life jacket kind of guy. All right. We just want to get this to boiling because it's simmering right now. I'm a floater. Yeah, Grant, you are a floater. If I had to give you a rating, you'd be a number 2. Haha. I called you poop. There we go. Chicken! Says the poop man. How'd you know my college nickname? I'm kidding. Okay. All right. All of this liquid is going to be absorbed. I know it's hard to believe. For real though, how much has your life improved since I told you to get a bidet? I'm telling you, dude, the bidet was a W. I was open to the idea of a bidet. I just want to try it. That's a lot of money to spend on something that may or may not be worth it. And I just wanted to try it. So I appreciate you letting me try it when I came over to your house. Everyone I talk to knows I highly suggest they get one. Okay, reduce heat to medium and add parsley, salt, black pepper. Simmer until veggies are tender. All right. Is this a soup? No. All of that liquid's going to get absorbed. It's closer to like a risotto. We're basically at the waiting part for just the water to absorb into the orzo. What is absorbing? Orzo. Here, I have another bag of it. Orzo. It's a mini pasta that's basically kind of like a rice, but it's technically a pasta. It smells so good. Oh, excuse me. This is a soup. You can't convince me otherwise. Just watch. That light went out. I am going to taste it for salt levels, though. Needs a bit of salt. And I'll put a little MSG in there for some added. Shucks, I gotta head on out. Have a fun time with your soup so long. Thanks. Not a soup, but thanks for hanging out, Ozzy. Have a good weekend. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Let us know how the drawing goes. Soup. See, it's a soup. Thank you. I'm gonna tag her now in on Instagram when this is done and it's not a soup. Are you going to play Halo tonight? Cereal is a soup. The only thing that has a major distinction is a stew versus a soup. Boom, 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 boom. Are you going to play Halo tonight with Morgan? Yeah, probably. Did you watch the 5th episode of the show? The Destruction of Reach? I actually heard it was really pretty good. Nope, I'm gonna binge it like you. Yeah, I've been reading the synopsis. Like, there's a website that's been doing a like in-depth review of each episode where it goes over what happened. And episode 4 and 5 is the Destruction of Reach, and it sounds pretty cool. But they're veering way off course. The Arbiter's in it. It's not Keith David, so that's an L. Why did I do that? No, it's the Arbiter. It's just not Keith David. Yes, it's the same. They literally call him the Arbiter. Dude, they literally killed Captain Keyes in the episode of Reach. They're not doing Halo. They're doing something different, man. This is the Arbiter that we're getting. Yes, but they hadn't had an Arbiter in forever, remember? They even said so in the lore. Are they gonna butcher the main story if it's ever adapted? Dude, they literally, in the last episode, started hinting at the flood. You played the game! Yeah, but the TV show is different. You have flip-flopped like 3 times in this conversation. Yeah, so we're literally just waiting for this to absorb, and then we're done. I got the asparagus and the bread sitting here waiting. It does taste good. I did taste it. It's got the right seasoning. This soup looks bussin'. It's not a soup, but, yeah. From what I've tasted, it tastes pretty darn good. What's a soup? I'm not Webster Dictionary, man. You're gonna have to go to somebody a lot smarter than me. You wanna go out? You wanna go outside, buddy? Ooh. Damn, I'm hungry. You gonna have canned chicken when you get home? My mother is picking up Doolittles. Ooh. A liquid food made by boiling meat, vegetables, etc. in water, often as the first course of a meal. Well, here's the first thing. It's not going to be a liquid food. It's going to absorb all of that. Secondly, it was not cooked in water. It was chicken stock. But we're getting there. This has absorbed a lot of liquid. We're still a couple minutes out, but we're definitely getting to the ballpark. Glass is a liquid? Glass is a liquid. That's a liquid. What? How is glass a liquid? Glass is superheated sand. Silicone. Glass technically flows. It's just really, really, really slow. Are you talking about something different than I am? Because you keep saying glass. And I don't know how that got brought up to begin with. Window glass. Okay, we're talking about the same thing, but what does that have to do? It's not a liquid, it's a solid that as it heats up, transforms its state. This is a cooking channel, not a crafts channel. It's tasty too. So not all of the moisture is supposed to be gone. It's supposed to be creamy. So there's still supposed to be some liquid, but it is not a soup. I realize you're just trolling me. I genuinely wish I had mushrooms in this, but Morgan wouldn't eat it. Can you pour it? Wow. All right, I'm gonna go call Morgan. When she's taking the Instagram picture, I'm calling her right now, but she may be on her phone with her friend. All right, Morgan's on her way up. Trying to decide which plate's the better plate to do this with. Okay. Morgan's on the way up to take the picture right now. She's just getting off the phone. That's fine. Everything here is warm, so. Well, not the asparagus, but everything else. One of the lights went out.
It's been out.
Had it?
It was out last night.
Oh.
So I was turning on that one instead.
I didn't notice it.
This smells so good.
Does it?
Yes.
That's good.
It smells so tasty.
Grant's been trying to troll me.
He is a troll.
I know. He sorry. Here.
You.
He and Ozzy, who apparently is a girl, did not know that.
Oh.
We're trying to say this is a soup.
That's not a soup.
It's meant to be creamy, but it is not a soup.
Though it does remind me of like a chicken pot pie, but deconstructed.
It's closer to like a chicken noodle than anything, but it's definitely a pasta.
Well, because Orzo's a pasta.
Yes.
Yeah.
He says collusion. It's a soup. Whatever.
Well, regardless of what it is, I'm looking forward to eating it because it seems very tasty.
I assume that was the best bowl to go with.
I don't know. I assume you want me to make a plate.
Yeah, I want you to make one for the picture.
Do you have tongs?
No?
Tongs.
I've just been picking off with my fingers.
Of course you have. So I have 2 ideas. Can I make a second plate?
Yeah?
Because I think I have a better idea.
Can you do it where people can see it?
I'm not used to working on a camera.
You don't have to be so offended by that.
What?
You get some of the carrots and celery in there? It's
Yeah.
a nice color.
Yeah, can you just give me a second? I don't know how to do this on camera. I'm gonna hit things.
Well, I'm just saying, you put it down. You put it over there earlier. Okay, it might not be a soup. It thickened up a lot. Jesus. Yeah, that was the whole point, was it was supposed to thicken. It's supposed to be closer to like a creamy type pasta than a soup. It's just a ton of liquid because those noodles absorb a ton.
I like this one better.
Which one's prettier?
Right?
That one?
Yeah, that's the one I thought would be prettier.
But only because the carrots pop out. Yeah, because you did the vegetables dirty on that one.
Because it's mine. I didn't want as many.
You can pick them out.
I understand. Here, I'll put some in.
What'd you do to the dog? He's been acting like you walked him 6 miles or something.
I think when I was talking on the phone to Annika, I didn't stop. Like, we just kept going. And he normally has to stop and, like, sniff things. And I didn't let him. It was, we're going, bud. And it was unintentional. Yeah, is that look okay?
Yeah.
Does it?
I was partial to the other one, but
I can add some carrots to this one and take a picture. Well, I figured you'd be partial to this one, but this is the more, like, artistic one.
well, that's the thing is I don't really have that skill.
Yeah, that's the winner.
Okay.
Trust me.
But yeah, I do.
You want a spoon or a fork?
I think a fork.
I won't. You okay, bud? You want dinner? Did you lose Ozzy or is she still here?
No, you had to take off.
Oh. Is Ozzy the one that wants to learn to cook?
Yes. Also very much into art, but only of old ships.
Oh, you said that before.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay?
Yeah, this is like a pot pie pasta.
Yeah, that's what it looks and smells like.
That's what it tastes like. I wish it had mushrooms in it.
Why?
Because that would be delicious.
It's very hot. That'd actually probably be pretty good.
Yeah, if you can picture a very good pot pie with like noodles or like chicken and dumplings, that's what this is.
Mm-hmm. Is it good with the sriracha?
I haven't eaten it yet. I've been chewing on the bread. I mean, I think so because it's a nice little
Thing.
yeah. By the way, this isn't a double. This is a single batch. Like, this is how much the recipe makes.
Really?
Yeah,
It makes a ton.
that's a pound of Orzo before it absorbed 8 gallons of or 8 cups of chicken stock.
I was like 8 gallons.
Yeah, it's very creamy. Got a lot of flavor. Not a soup. The bread, easy to pick it up. Mm. Yeah. Definite W.
I got out of focus. When you get too close. There you go.
It autofocuses.
No, it struggles when you get too close.
Yeah, I know, but it autofocuses. This is very hearty. And it was really easy to make for those of you who followed along. Ryan says he'll play Halo with you later.
Perfect. I'll just have to shower after dinner and then I'll be on.
Makes no difference to me.
Because you have Final Fantasy.
We all have a Final Fantasy. It's the one before we die.
I thought that was Final Destination.
No, that's traveling.
Oh.
Don't like it?
You want ice, bud? I like it a lot.
Oh. You weren't saying much, so
I was too busy eating. Sorry.
Well, anyone got any big plans for the weekend? I can tell you mine's just playing the crap out of some Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Michael is so small.
Chillin'. Okay. Classic. I think it's time to
Whop it.
pull out the other one. Do you want any more of this before I throw it away?
No.
All right, folks. I'm going to call it here. Goal is to be back tomorrow. Probably later for like a dinner type thing. W stream. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate it. Glad you were still lurking. But yeah, I'm going to try and do a dinner thing tomorrow. We have lunch with my parents, and then I assume we'll be hungry later, in which case I'll stream that. And then we start the week over again. So everyone have a good weekend. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Boys, see you tonight if you decide or whatnot. All right, everyone. Eat that, I split the